Dodgers built up a big lead on the Reds. Bullpen made it interesting, and LA sweeps Cincinnati.
Yeah, we got to tell the Dodgers the 8th inning still counts. You know, they threw something like 90-plus pitches in the last 8th innings.
Yeah.
But they're a juggernaut.
It was a little tough how it finished off, but to see that offense come out the gate, you know the Phillies are sitting there watching. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts is extremely hot right now. It's going to be fun to see.
Why do I feel like Phillies-Dodgers is the series that I wanted to see in a 7-game fashion, right? No disrespect to anybody else. This is going to be a great series. The Phillies with the bye, getting ready to play the Los Angeles Dodgers. Brewers with a bye, getting ready to play whoever wins the San Diego Milwaukee game or San Diego Chicago game tomorrow, and that'll be fun too. But let me ask you this: getting back to the Dodgers bullpen. We started by saying, look, the Dodgers bullpen in the postseason isn't going to be the same group that kind of struggled in August. Different personnel, right? Because of the way the rosters were made out. Any pause over the way these games ended? Like real wonky in both endings.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, I mean, you'd love to see someone like Vesia come in who's been so good for them for a number of years to just be, you know, sharp. And I don't think we've seen it in back-to-back days. So does it kind of sway your confidence? I think a little bit, because if anything, I think managers see why in the postseason use what has been going on lately. Like the recency plays a big role.
Yeah. So you know who played a big role for the Dodgers again tonight? And we were all saying the same thing every time Kik Hernandez stepped up. We were saying postseason Kik is back. I mean, the postseason success this dude has, it just jumps right off the screen. First of all, he's been in a ton of postseason games. And he posts. I mean, look at the numbers here. And he did it again in Game 2 to finish off the Reds. Had a couple of runs batted in and was in the middle of all the action.
What is it to that? Like, does he just play possum all year during the regular season? You know, he's just one of these guys, when the lights are brightest, he plays his best. But what's surprising to me, it's not just hits and good play, it's power. Which I don't, you know, he's not known for the regular season. He comes in with big hits, extra base hits, and home runs.
Yeah, he shows where his value is. You don't panic in the regular season if he's not having his best season, because you know it's some players that just have this innate ability to be able to slow the game down in the biggest moments. When the entire world is moving 100 miles an hour around you, some guys have that ability to just slow the heartbeat down, be able to keep it, hone it all in, and he seems to continuously come through in big spots. It's extremely impressive.
You guys both played with Hall of Famers. Is there something to this that maybe there's so much attention given to Betts and Ohtani and Freeman, a guy like Kik could sneak up on you because it's at that moment that the opposing pitcher might try to exhale?
A little bit, but not for 10 years. You know, like he had a big series. He's had big series in 2017. Like his track record in the postseason speaks for itself. So I don't think he sneaks up on you now. Yeah, is he the bat you fear in the lineup? No, it's still Ohtani and Mookie and Freddie Freeman and those guys. But that just talks about the depth and the length that the Dodgers lineup really has.
Yeah, I mean, this dude's postseason career OPS numbers are commensurate with some Hall of Famers. Tell you what, maybe we can ask him for ourselves. Here it is, Kik's postseason success. It's hard to ignore. And we have a chance to visit with Kik himself to ask him how and when postseason Kik takes over. Let's get you back out to Dodger Stadium. It's almost like a Jekyll and Hyde thing. Kik, congratulations on a postseason win, series win that is. And we've been talking about you, dude. How do you explain postseason Kik?
I don't. I just show up.
So it's business as usual for you, and the results just are there.
I mean, yeah, I've been blessed to be part of a lot of really good teams to put me in the postseason year in and year out. And, you know, I've been fortunate enough to get opportunities, and I've made the best of them.
Kik, Mike Lowell here. Your lineup, it seems like everyone's kind of clicking. How strong is it when the length and the pressure you guys can put on an opposing pitching staff day in, day out?
I mean, it's it's the last 2 games speaks for themselves. We've done it without one of our best hitters in Will Smith too. So we were very inconsistent throughout the season, and it just seems like we're clicking at the right time. So hopefully we can take the next 2 days to rest and settle into Philadelphia, and keep it going once we start the DS.
Kik&eacute here. Congratulations on a great game. Once again, moving on to the division series. How do you hone all this in? How do you keep everything in perspective? As I see the celebration, or the lack of huge celebration happening behind you right now, you can tell this is the expectation for the Dodgers. But you've had a lot of at-bats in the postseason. How do you hone it all in, and how do you keep this thing in perspective on how special it is, this run that you're on right now?
I mean, like I said, I've just had a lot of chances, man, and every year teaches you something new. And for me, I just try to take it one pitch at a time, man. And as far as like not celebrating a lot, we came in here trying to win a series, and the big goal is to win a World Series. So we're gonna celebrate once we get in there. We're gonna celebrate the right way. But the goal remains the same, which is to win the World Series. And we have a tough task ahead of us, and playing the Phillies, and then whoever wins the wild card series on the other side is gonna face a really good Brewers team. So nothing's gonna be easy. So we're just enjoying it.
You've done this so many times, Kike, getting ready for your next postseason opponent. At what point do you start looking at the Phillies and diving into your next challenge?
We started looking at them when we played them like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We figured that if we wanted to do what we want to do and win a World Series, we were going to have to face them at some point. And I would say whenever we played them a couple weeks ago, it was late enough in the series to where you can foresee playing them in a few weeks. And we're going to enjoy it tonight, and then we're going to start preparing for them tomorrow.
Kike, congratulations on the win, man. Thanks again for taking a little bit of time with us. Good luck against the Phillies.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Kik Hernandez joining us after a Dodger win in 2 games against the Reds. And he is on a very distinguished list of current and former Dodgers on their all-time postseason hit list. What about the team the Dodgers ran out in 2 games? The Cincinnati Reds. Their manager, Terry Francona, at the lectern for his post-game remarks.
From what this team was able to do to get here, and then once they were here.
Well, before I answer that, I think I need to congratulate the Dodgers, Davey and Andrew, Brandon. They're certainly very deserving of moving on, and they're a handful, but they're also pretty first class. So I just wanted to say that. You know what? It's hard to know what to take away right now because it's so fresh and raw. Everybody's hurting. Only one team can go home at the end on their own terms, and it's not us this year. The season doesn't just wind down. It just comes to a crashing halt, and that's kind of hard sometimes to make your peace with. I thought our group from day one was a special group. We did not accomplish what we set out to do. That takes away nothing from what me and the coaches feel about those guys.
Other questions? We'll go to Barry right here.
Tito, on the Dodgers, to your point, how far do you see them going? Do you see them back the Dodgers? Do you see them?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not good at prognosticating. I had us moving on, so I'm not very good at that.
But as far as their talent, what they can accomplish?
Again, I'm not. Any team can win. When you get in, get hot. These guys, they're very good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not prepared to prognosticate on them right now. Wasn't what I was thinking about.
We go to Pat.
Tito, if I could ask you about the game tonight with, I guess, what did you think about Zach? Seemed like he gave you a lot. And then I wanted to ask about Nick Martinez. What did you see from him?
With Zach, I kind of wanted to try to keep it where he only faced their lineup twice. And I think he ended up giving up 6 hits. In the last one, the kind of the blooper down right really hurt. But I thought he threw the ball really well, and I thought he navigated his way through a lineup like he knows how to. The plan was to kind of turn it over to Lodolo and then to Nick. And with Nick, when he gave up, we had run on second, 1 out, and we had the air. And there was a couple ground balls, and then there was a double. So that's, it wasn't his best night. That kid, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. He's a big reason why we got as far as we did.
Standing out your right, Tito.
You feel like this year and tonight reinforced situational hitting with runners in scoring position?
Say it again?
This year kind of reinforced the importance of situational hitting and hitting with runners in scoring position?
I don't think there's ever a year that it doesn't. That's part of baseball. I just told our guys, we need to do some things better, myself included. I would never ask them to try to get better, and I'm just going to sit at home. I'm going to, look in the mirror too. That's what we're supposed to do.
Third row on your right.
Terry, you mentioned day one, that 9 a.m. meeting, February 15th, whatever, when the marathon started. What you asked in that conversation, what did that group deliver back to you ultimately over the last 6+ months?
They every time you ask them to do something, they tried to do it, which isn't always the case. They put our ball club ahead of themselves, and that always doesn't happen either. We're not the finished product, but they competed like crazy, and that's what we asked them to do. When things didn't look very good, they kept competing. Even the last couple nights, we're getting our ass handed to us, but they keep going. That's a good trait.
Do one or two last ones, Trent?
Tito, 1 month ago today, Sal Stewart makes his big league debut. Today, he drives in 3, drove in 1 yesterday. Did you learn something about this kid and what he is capable of doing?
I think we kind of felt like we had a pretty good idea. And his offseason is going to be really important because there's so much to love about him, but there's also things he needs to get better at, defensively and things like that. But if he's willing to buy in, which I have a feeling he is, because he wants to be good, there's a very special player there.
We'll finish with Pat up front.
Tito, now that you'll have some time.
All right, from Terry Francona's postgame comments, and by the way, for the Reds, they have now lost 8 straight postseason games. That's a franchise record. They did get in. Congratulations to them for that. But as Terry Francona just mentioned, he's not happy just getting in. He wants the team to get better and go deeper in subsequent years.
Yeah, I thought his best answer was, I'm not a good prognosticator. I had us going advancing, So he provides, and this comes from my experience with him, I think he provides an atmosphere to allow the guys to not only be themselves, but to eliminate all distractions, to allow whatever yourself is to capitalize on that talent. And I think he does the best job of nurturing a clubhouse to let that happen.
Yeah, every now and then, after you get past this point of the heartbreak that you go through, you get through the offseason, you'll have a time to reflect. And there'll be a time where the Reds sit and look in the mirror and say, you know what, the Dodgers were just better than us this year. But it was a great experience. We got our way through the regular season. We earned this spot, but we still have some other work to do and a lot that we can learn from how we played in this series.
Dodgers are better than a lot of people this year, and they're going to try to be better than the Phillies starting on Saturday. Let's go out to the Dodgers clubhouse and on to the celebration, if you will. Freddie Freeman visiting with the media after the series victory.
You guys are headed to Philadelphia. You guys seem to really be intent on closing this out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, we were playing good baseball going in through Arizona and Seattle, and we carried it over into this series too. Offensively, we were really good. Starting pitching was really good. Roki was lights out today, so just a lot of good things happening in these 2 games, and we're excited to get to Philadelphia now.
Freddie, you're one of, if not the greatest hitter of your generation, but I feel like we lose sight of the fact of what you do at first base. Oh, yeah. There we go, Freddie. There we go, Freddie.
There we go. That's real. That's Freddie.
That was real, Freddie. That was real.
How's your eyes?
Oh, a little blurry.
Freddie's right here.
All right, Freddie. Talk about your play at first base, because you have saved so many throws over there. How proud are you of being able to be there for your infielders?
Yeah, I think since the All-Star game, I feel like my ankle's been in a really good spot. And I've been able to move a lot better at first the last couple of months. Thank you, Tanner. And it's more about, I've always prided myself on trying to be a complete player here. Like defensively, running the bases, hitting obviously. So those guys are making the greatest plays ever diving for balls. It's at least I can do is pick them, you know. So just trying to be the best baseball player I can be, and we got 3 more series to win.
Does this ever get old, Freddie, even in this type of setting?
No, this never gets old. When there's champagne being sprayed, that means good things are happening.
Freddie, LA loves you. Can't wait to see you in Philly.
I can't wait. Thank you, David.
My only ask is that every single guy be ready when called upon. Keep your minds right. We're going to need every single one of you guys. Stay in it, stay focused, play for each other. Let's go.
Dude, that's Anthony Bonda with the tats and the weird mask. He's going insane clown posse on everybody in there. He was creepy last year when they won the World Series, and the act hasn't changed. Dodgers have won 7 of their last 8 postseason games. They've got a big series coming up with the Phillies. That's going to be fun to watch.
I think it's what most people thought would be the best 2 teams. I think the Brewers, kind of outshone everyone with what they did from a win-loss standpoint. But 2 powerhouses, big names, big arms. It's going to be a great series.
I love the message from Dave Roberts right there. Stay in it. We got a couple days off. We got to find a way to keep our foot on the gas. And sometimes that's tough to do in baseball, but the Dodgers got to find a way. They know they have bigger things that they're trying to reach.
We encourage you to stay with us because we have a full 1-hour recap of day 2 of the wild card round coming up. Yeah, they're popping champagne at Dodger Stadium.